Hello, hello. Welcome to Rachel Gets Creative. I am Rachel. I'm so glad you're here. And today we're going to do a tribute to Big Eye art. I have been challenged lately because I like sort of a different aesthetic than your normal human face. So that is no judgment on a normal human face or any standard of beauty or self-worth. I do not expect people to walk around looking like this because it is distorted, but I like a big eye, a long nose, a little pointy chin, a little tiny mouth, and a long neck, a long neck. And yeah, that's not regular, but it's what I want to do. And it's difficult, obviously, to find references that look like that and still get, you know, shadows in the right place. And I can't do it in my imagination yet. Or I can, but I'm not thoroughly satisfied with how it looks. So I have a trick. A trick that I'm going to use in Photoshop, and I'm going to walk you through that in case you want to also distort a reference image to use for a photograph. It's in the Liquify zone of Photoshop. Liquify. This is what Liquify does. Ready, set? Whee! Oh no, the poor monkey. Okay, so Big Eye art has been around for a bit, and I'm going to show you a little bit of history of it because it's kind of neat. It's still very contemporary. Some artists working today love this look. So, Kitty, he's scratching the carpet. It's super old. I think that is the carpet older than you? Yeah, the carpet's definitely older than you. Kick its booty. Kick its booty. Okay, Big Eye art. Here we go. The undisputed mother of Big Eye art is Margaret Keane. She began work in the 1950s and has a fascinating life story, which was told in Tim Burton's movie Big Eyes. She influenced other artists, including Eden Lee, who painted the Mods in the 1960s. Look at them dancing! They're so cute! I love it. This is a vintage Bradley doll. I wanted one of these so much when I was a little girl in the 70s and early 80s. Some of them were lamps. And this is Blythe. The original Blythe dolls were only produced by Kenner for 1 year in 1972, being deemed too creepy. They now have a cult following and a pretty big online presence. While looking through Pinterest at 1970s greeting cards like this one, I found an absolute treasure, this vintage manga art. Look at these big starry eyes. I have no idea what this language says. I hope it's nice. It probably is. Then in the 1990s and early 2000s, there were these girls. This is a list of Big Eye artists that I love, but I can't show their art here for copyright reasons. I highly recommend every one of them. Some of them I know on Instagram, some of them are world famous. I can, however, show you the art of Jasmine Beckett Griffith, who has declared many of her prolific works public domain. I downloaded these for free from her website, but also contributed to her financially via her Patreon in gratitude. How to alter facial features in Adobe Photoshop with the Liquify tool. This is my starting image. Very beautiful, but watch. Those are the changes I made. So big eyes, little mouth, before and after. So if you want to make these similar changes, you bring your image into Photoshop It will have one layer, the background layer. You want to right-click that background layer and duplicate it, and then hit OK. You can name it if you want. I didn't. That protects that original layer in case you make any mistakes. Another way to protect the layer you're working on that background too, right-click that and convert to Smart Object. That makes non-destructive changes, meaning any changes you make, you can click on and off within that layer. So that's a smart thing to do. And so now we're ready. We go into Filter and Liquify. Liquify. So that brings up some new options. And what we're looking for is this little head face tool over here. Face Aware Liquify. Click that and then click somewhere on her face and an oval will appear. And also other commands. There's only one face, so just pick face 1. And then we have all these sliders for changing the eyes, the nose, the mouth. You can make her smile, her chin, her forehead, etc. These options are also available over here. You can work directly with like a drag and drop on the face, but I prefer to use the sliders. So the first thing I do for the eyes, I click all these little links, these little linked chains. That means anything I do to the right eye will also happen to the left eye. And you can unlink that if you want to, but that's how I start. The first thing I start with is the eye size. So I'm going to increase that. Whoop, look at that. Before or after. And in this case, the left eye, as you face her, is quite a bit smaller than the right eye. That's because she's turned 3/4, and this Face Aware tool works best face on or just slightly turned. But that's okay. There's a way around that. I can unlink them, adjust the eyes so they look better together. And then if I want them bigger, there's a way to do that later. Okay, so then eye height. You can see that raise a little bit. Eye width, I don't normally do, but there's eye width. And then what's next? Eye tilt. That's taking the outer corners, tilting them up or down on each eye, both eyes, and it can add to the look. And then this last eye tool is eye distance. That's the distance of the eyes apart from each other, the distance between them. And if you go out or in, you can definitely add sort of an alien or other look to a face. So you can play with the nose height, make it shorter or longer, or also the nose width, make it thinner or thicker. The first thing I always do with the mouth is go straight for the mouth size and reduce it. If you change the mouth height and make it shorter, it'll almost look like she's closing her mouth. You can play with the upper and lower lips, change them individually. You can also try to give her a smile, but it looks a little creepy. Ew, yeah, no. I am sad, I am frowning. So other areas of the face, you can raise or lower the forehead. See that? You can also make the chin smaller or bigger, like a teeny tiny little anime chin. The jaw, that can be slimmer or wider. And then the face width, that actually rounds out more the top of the face, the top half of the face. So sometimes that's good if you've narrowed the chin. There's other things down here. I don't really know what they are. I haven't played around with them yet. But I do know I want to save this, so I hit OK. And then you can see when I click off that layer before and after. So we are not done yet if we don't want to be. What you can do is you can make another duplicate layer of that top layer, the changed layer, and then convert it to a smart object again as well. And then when you go to filter liquify, you're dealing with your changed face. But all the markers, sliders are set to 0 again. So you can make things bigger or smaller from this point. But here, let's see how big we can make these eyes on this third layer. What? Look at them crazy eyes. Look at them crazy eyes. Country song? I'm not sure. Hello, it's me again. That was fun. Did you like it? So, yes, this is an unfinished picture. I'm going to do her little outfit, like work on the face to make it a little better and maybe add some star details in the background since she is a court astronomer slash astrologer. I know those are different things. I will not finish her in another video, but I will finish her and put her up on Instagram. So if you want to see her over there, this is my Instagram. And what else? Photoshop is fun. Yeah, Photoshop is fun. I'm learning a lot of neat things, especially helping me with these big eye distortions. There's a lot of other tools I haven't explored yet, and so if this is a topic of interest to you, and if I find out something cool and you want to know it, let me know in the comments and I will definitely share. So I think that's it. I will say I zoned out. Oh my god, it's lunchtime. I'm hungry. I will say thank you for watching. I love you. Bye-bye. And take care. And I will close out with a little music and a couple more transitions just so you can kind of see what is possible. Transitions meaning, oh, you'll see. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. Bye.